Welcome back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Grand Wizard Bukake, your host. House Farch is hurrying through their stack in search of answers and a weapon to defeat a kraken because the beast is closing in. While in 2099, the New Future ambushed the facility director only to discover she's Alan's mom. Will our heroes continue their assaults, or will Alan hesitate or even switch sides? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons.
Standing with her arms behind her back, looking out the window, kind of overseeing the site, is the director. And as the doors open, she turns to look at you, and you recognize her as Director Tyra Leondell, your mother. Do you open fire?
Yes.
What does she need to roll?
Constitution saving throw.
All right, she gets a 7.
Bye, Mom. 33 damage.
33 damage. All right.
In 2099?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Her body is flung across the room, smashing into one of the video screens. Necromantic energy begins to flow over her. What is the actual flavor on this spell for you? You can also tell me what you think it is. It doesn't need to be what's in the book, but visually, what are we looking at?
I like to think of it as kind of this, it's almost like a black fog.
Sure.
Kind of like this, almost like tendrils kind of shoot out from like my core as I shoot my arms forward.
Great. So they like
funnel
wrap
them to
around her.
her.
I'm kind of imagining this as like the Death Eater smoke
Kind
teleports.
of, yeah.
So
yeah.
they grab her and they like kind of like feed into her, throw her across the room. You hear her basically just yelp as she's tossed. She goes through a screen. The screen explodes. And you see her body just kind of writhing as the cloud of smoke gets denser and denser and denser until she's lost from sight. And Honor System steps in front of you with the shield up. And Declan, I assume you pop around with a rifle.
Yeah.
And there's just kind of a massive cloud of smoke. What's going on for Alan mentally right now?
I think, you know what? Alan is so angry that I don't think it mattered who was behind that door. She was
Full Dark Phoenix.
It was just, and then just like a mom, how could you?
Yeah,
That's
gotcha.
it. Like, how dare you fucking make me do this to you?
So Bourbon Sherbet is over your shoulder, and Billy Fingers kind of like climbs out and kind of like climbs down and just like puts a reassuring hand on your shoulder. He doesn't really know what's up, but like, you know, something's up. And Bourbon is just saying, "Oh, I think you got her." And then you just hear a sigh and a big deep breath, and some of the cloud disappears. And then another deep breath, and more of the cloud disappears. And then with black veins across her face, eyes jet black, your mother emerges from the smoke, smiles, and just says, I have missed magic. And then she throws an acid arrow at you. Roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck. Nat 1 honor system.
10 for Declan.
For initiative, do you want the modifier? Or I mean, is it going to matter with a 1?
No, it's not going to matter with the one. Sorry about that.
4.
Oh, it might matter.
All right. Let's do this. So, Ryan, you were saying something. Assume it's...
Oh, no, don't worry about it.
Well, no, like, even though the initiative order isn't up, just tell me kind of what all of you are visually doing so we kind of know what's happening.
I literally, I'm there, and it's just the moment a lady clears the smoke. It's just bullet in the head.
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
And for honor system,
oh, yeah, no, she'll say, I've missed magic, and I'll just say, oh, I don't miss. I'll shoot her in the head.
All right, great.
this means, no offense, Alan, but this woman means nothing to honor system. He doesn't understand the significance
No,
of
of
this
course.
person. She's
We haven't
the
been told,
director.
so it's just villain.
So it's just a matter of she was down, good. She got up, bad. She uses magic, very bad. I would like to absorb the hit as best I can with my shield because I'm in the doorway. But then it's about moving out of the elevator so we're like clustered and then advancing on her.
Yeah, take a head off.
Yeah.
That worked with Grayson.
Yeah.
All right, so she throws acid arrow, and honor system, you're going to try and take the hit.
Yes.
All righty, let's see what happens. All right. What's your AC?
My AC is 14.
All right. So she definitely hits.
Okay.
That is 12 points of acid damage.
Okay. So now you tell me, does my shield have any effect on that, or is this?
It will, I believe your shield eats.
As I've got it written here, first of all, it has +4 damage reduction to energy weapons. I don't know if
So that, no, this definitely doesn't count for that.
doesn't count for that. And then the shield has HP. So I don't know if that's coming down or if it's just going to pass through the shield and hit me.
I'll say it'll take shield HP.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Okay. The shield eats it, but there's not much of the shield left after
Okay,
that.
great. So the shield absorbs the hit. I'm going to say that as a lingering effect of the acid arrow, because normally it would deal like additional weird poisony stuff, it'll eat away the rest of the shield.
So the shield kind of pops.
Yeah, basically, like it takes the hit, but then the acid is still on it. The good news is it's not on your arm. If it had actually gotten through, it would have been.
Do I need to jettison the shield generator?
No. I think it's just like
anything?
it takes the hit.
The shield's just out of the fight.
I think you like slock some of it off your arm, but yeah, it's shield's down for now.
Okay.
So shield pops and it just like falls to the floor because it technically never got to you kind of thing.
Yeah, it's enough, and also I think it's the kind of thing where like the acid is starting to eat through the energy, and you're like, oh, got to go. So you just you pop it clear.
Okay.
Cool. That brings us to Declan.
Great. I want to shoot her in the face. That is 7. No, 9. Still not good.
No. Also, oh boy. Okay, so you take your shot. The second she saw the rifle up, she prepped shield. So she tosses up shield, which bounces the shot back, and there's a surprise. Oh, and bourbon sherbet explodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Billy got out of there, though.
So
Yeah.
bourbon sherbet takes a bullet through. Like he doesn't like. It's not like he's just bits and pieces, but like a bullet goes through him, and he explodes and kind of falls to your feet. Alan, as someone who understands energy and magic, this is a little bit like when Grayson popped his lich powers.
Yeah.
You can feel the power coursing through her. And unfortunately for your friends, this is a world where magic is violently overpowered. So take that as you will, but
I'm just.
this might not be a stick around moment.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to say, just want to yell at the guys, like, get the fuck out. And I would like to cast a fireball right at her.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My movement, I'll duck back in and be like, shit! And hide.
Laura, what level is fireball?
Level 3. Back.
You throw it at her, and with a dismissive wave, it disintegrates in front of her.
Then I still have movement.
Yep.
Then I'm going to,
Misty step to the door.
I'm just, bonus action to the door immediately.
The door of the, like, in
So you're
the
going
elevator?
in or you're going
No, out. Oh,
She's
we're
joining
not
you.
in, right?
We're in the
You're all
elevator
in the
still.
elevator,
We didn't
yeah.
get out of the elevator.
I like to imagine that Alan like maybe took a step forward to throw fireball, but yeah, like you don't need to waste Misty step. You can just like
okay.
step
Yeah,
back
yeah.
into the elevator.
And pulling these guys back if they're not already
I didn't
there.
even leave.
All right.
You could grab him if the honor system's theoretically in front of you.
And I will be trying to close the distance, but if it's get out, then whose turn is it?
Oh no,
Yeah.
actually, it is your initiative. Weirdly,
Then just my powerful robot arms forcing the elevator doors shut.
and as you
and
do,
mashing another floor.
yeah, just like as the doors close, she just kind of cocks her head to the side, looks Alan directly in the eyes, and just says, "Who are you?" And then the doors close.
Cool. I imagine we'll go. What are the floors that we've got down lowest? Because this would probably be if Declan was at the button, he would have hit one automatically. Espionage. The espionage floor, is that available?
Sure.
Because then if there's something sneaky that can hide us, it seems like our best chance is just like hide.
Yeah, so it's just you press the button. The director's floor is the bottom, so you're going one floor up to E&H block. So elevator goes up one floor, doors open, and you can see that it's like a very, very boring looking floor. It's just like deliveries, and it's just clearly meant to downplay that anything sneaky happens here. What do you guys do?
I don't know how composed we are.
I was going to say, I take out my pistol and I just shoot the control deck and break it so the elevator won't go back down.
Okay, yeah. And honor system, if we're like, that's loud and incredibly so. Honor system will walk out with his sword drawn. Are there any security people nearby?
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm on the lookout for them. Are there any staff around?
So this is, to be clear, all of the elevators open onto basically a small entry hallway with like a door.
Oh, okay.
So you're on a very boring floor with a door.
Okay.
The door is not open.
In that case, are there any viewports through the door, like windows or anything?
No. It is so boring. It's just basically a blank wall with a door.
I'll go up to the door and like kind of like stack up, I guess, almost like SWAT style of like I'll be there ready to go when you guys are ready.
Yeah, I'll take the opposite side of the door, and then Alan we will have trained, so she'll go behind System because Alan's like our biggest shooter and our tank. If Alan is following,
I was
protocol.
gonna say, Alan, where are you right now? Like, mentally, like what's going on with
I'm
Alan?
like totally. I'm kind of shell shocked right now. I have to tell these guys, like, that was my mother
Wait, like from this world, from the other world? What are you talking about?
from my world, presumably.
Okay, you got to box up those emotions. This is time to stack up, soldier. We got to clear this room or we're all dead. We can figure out who your mum is in, I don't know, 90 seconds.
Remember, Alan, behind me.
Stack up,
All right,
stack up
okay,
on System.
Okay.
Alan, can you roll me a wisdom save? Guys, I thought will, but I said wisdom.
Smart man. You're all grown up, Tom.
Will's
Now I'll
down.
have to get a job and pay rent.
9.
Laura, use that D20 roll, and you can use your dum-dum sheet with your wisdom from that.
That's 14.
14. Okay.
14
wise.
out of 20, not 2d6.
You are
Yeah,
you're hearing what they say. I would normally put this at a 15 difficulty. Because you're close enough, I'm going to let you as the player determine whether you think Alan is together enough to do this. Keeping in mind, and this is something I was thinking about when I was playing this whole scenario, you haven't seen your mother since you left the Temple of Ogma.
Yeah.
And then it was destroyed and you haven't heard from her since. So this is pretty big for you.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd get tactical, or do you think that there's just too much?
I think, do you know what? Alan has been through enough stuff and like emotionally wrenching stuff that she's gonna shake it off. And like, she needs like 30 seconds to shake it off, but she will focus.
Cool. Billy Fingers is going to drag Bourbon over to Honor System. I think you can just clip him on your belt since you're a robot, and that won't really hinder you in any way. Or your
fine,
backpack. Just sling him over your back because he's out, but he's probably not gone.
Yeah.
And then Billy Fingers will jump on your shoulder, Alan, and just give you like a single like back rub, like shoulder rub
Yeah.
thing, and then will do a finger gun at the door, helpfully.
And I think, I'll look to Honor System and just give him a nod. And we may have done this before. I don't want to pitch too much for you, Tyler, but I was thinking Honor System might be able to do a 3, 2, 1, go countdown on his visor, so that it's timed out,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
silent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Except that since it's on a Ronin droid now, there's like a cool like status bar around it. It's much slicker.
So yeah, I kind of like nod to Billy Fingers and realize like, shit, I have to protect him and these other people. There's stuff I need to do now, and I tuck him into my inside pocket.
Okay, wicked. So the visor goes.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, and you boot the door. Smash cut back to Dunphy Room. So Juniper, you've just realized you might be from another world.
Oh.
And everything you've heard about the Great Collide suggests that people jumping from one world to another may be what cause it.
Oh.
But also, based on your personal experience as Moss, you were always in Faerun, right? You set out from your home and you just wandered through Faerun and you had adventures. You've always been in Faerun, and yet you've seen all these Eberron buildings. Could they have lied to you this whole time?
What?
How did your people know about the Great Collide anyway?
How did they know? Who knew?
Okay, what's the name of this persona?
Because you're core form right now, and I don't think we've ever had
You've
a
met
name here.
Moss a few times when she's been
Yeah.
knocked
She's
out.
lost
and-
consciousness.
No, but I've seen it, but we've never talked to her.
Oh,
She's always
yeah,
turned back
you're
into
right.
someone else. I've never heard the name Moss.
Oh, yeah.
We've just seen Busey face to scare people or unconscious Busey face. So this
That's
one
true.
seems like a
Oh,
choice.
right, so it seems like a choice. Yeah, very good, very good.
I'm just me.
Okay, me. Do you need to poo? Because you look like you need to poo, and Grayson pooped. So what if there's like a pooping disease? That happens when bodies get left out.
For a second, that does make me laugh.
Oh no.
Does this form use the stairs? 'Cause we got to go.
I want to be here for your revelation, but there is a Kraken. What is your revelation? Does that affect what's going on right now?
Yeah, I don't think I'm from here.
That's good because we're underwater in an insane man's castle.
No, I don't think I'm from here.
Okay, then we're just going to, you're going to keep talking to me. And I just kind of put an arm around Juniper and kind of steer her gently. And I'm like, tell me about where you're from. Like,
I don't know anymore.
wow, I really regret that fart thing that I did. Okay, well, we're like going up the stairs. And I'm like, so you're not from here, but you're still you, right? Right, me?
Fucking hate that bit so much. But carry on.
It's not me, it's Moss. This is me.
Okay, me, Moss.
Moss. Her name is Moss.
Oh, thank you. I got really lost. It didn't make a lot of sense. Okay, but Moss, it's nice to meet you.
Moss, are you saying you're from wherever Alan is right now? Is that what you're trying to say?
Even
Not
there.
here?
Okay,
From
so
somewhere else.
okay.
Eberron?
I don't think we know Eberron, do we?
No, Quinny, I don't think you would have any recollection of that. Butthole, I'll give you this. I think back in the Greywater days, people always spoke about like basically TikTok men. And essentially like people, occasionally soldiers would, almost the way that sailors talk about mermaids or sea monsters, would talk about the Warforged that they fought. So you've certainly heard people talk about it, but it's always seemed like the
I've
way
seen it on a map or it's a myth.
well, no,
or
not even
whatever.
then. It would just be the way we're like, oh, I stumbled into Bonnie Doon, or like I went to Sleepy Hollow. Like it sounds like a fake place that people say they've been in grand tales. And the people who were horrified by it seemed legitimately horrified by it. But to your mind, it was always just like, oh, there was just a thing.
Okay, no, I've heard of. That's where the robot people are from. Do you know any of the? That was why I thought I knew what a robot was. It's because there were the TikTok people from Eberron.
3 up top on the surface is
Remember
from Eberron?
Well, I don't know about that, but I said like clockwork people exist. So, do you remember clockwork people?
No, I mean, I remember being here,
You also lived in the woods.
but
Woods are kind of the same everywhere.
do I remember? I'm thinking back now. I'm like racing through my journey from when I left my home to here, and I wonder if there could have been a moment that I stepped through a portal.
Not that you were aware of.
Yeah.
And not that you would have noticed, but the woods are kind of the same everywhere. And the memories you have of these buildings and this architecture are from childhood up until when they sent you out. But you do distinctly remember the elders saying, Moss, the path forward is this way, and guiding you to a certain point in the woods. And the trees had ribbons tied on them. And the idea was that this was sort of marked the edge of kind of the known world. This was where your particular village and your particular tribe lived. Mm-hmm. And to step beyond it was your great joy and your great honor and your great adventure was to set forth into the wider world beyond. But now that you think about it, you were distinctly guided to a specific spot that you'd never been before and then told to plow forward.
And I kind of say, I wonder why they didn't tell me, but I don't think it matters now.
Who?
My people.
Okay, and what didn't they tell you?
I think I grew up in Eberron.
Okay.
They sent you out with your scroll, right?
Yeah, and that's when I think I came here.
So your scroll is like special and important, right?
Yeah.
So how would they send you out without giving you the full picture?
I don't know.
If they sent you here, doesn't that mean that you got collided?
Yeah.
Because you said people couldn't go back and forth, right? So like Xanthus is a bad guy. So were your people like trying to start the collide?
Oh, man.
Maybe.
People get tricked with prophecies.
Throw
and
that
stuff.
scroll in the toilet if they sent you out with it to start the collide.
Well, why would I throw the scroll away?
Because then it's leading you to do stuff that causes the collide. And look at us, we're in two buildings that have come together.
I pull it out. I'm like, it's not leading me anywhere.
Well, it looks the same to me. It's always been blank.
Okay, I don't know if you should throw it away because sometimes you got to work with people if they're bad to learn more and then betray them.
Why are you gesturing to me?
Because we've had to do this before.
I just shake my head and I turn back into Juniper.
Hey, Juniper.
Hey, guys. All right. I don't think we have time for this. We have a Kraken.
I like this for him. Juniper, welcome back. And
All right.
Up the stairs.
Let's get cracking. And then I chuckle to myself.
As you chuckle, you get hit in the face with just like a small like chip of stone.
Okay.
With water kind of spraying after it. And it feels a bit like a gag because like it's such a heroic moment of action. But then you turn your head and you start to see the wall beside you starting to crack. And more water starts to pour through it. What's alarming is you can hear the kraken far beneath you, but the water that's pouring in hits the stairs and then starts to rise. Like
The walls are a cracking.
it starts to take shape as it pools in.
Leviathan, we gotta go. Leviathan.
Okay, up the stairs. Uppy stairsy.
Okay, roll to uppy stairsy. So on your character sheets, if you look under uppy stairsy, just see you should
There
all
it
have a
is.
bonus to uppy or downy stairsy.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, I know. There's some secrets to these sheets. Roll me a dex save, please, everybody.
Can I guidance myself in time with Moonhammer as well?
No.
Okay.
For the record, the way I'm thinking of guidance is like if you have the time to focus on something and be like, I want you to succeed.
So if I've got
great.
the full
But
action
if it's a
behind it, yeah,
reaction,
that makes
it's like,
sense.
oh shit.
Okay, mine is 15.
16.
25.
Ah, damn. Look at y'all. So dexterous. So you immediately start booking it up the stairs. I think Juniper, you just turn around and it's one of those kind of classic petty action hero things I love so much. You just like kick the water down the stairs a bit and it dissipates and then starts to like reform, but it's just like a classic, like, fuck you, bam.
Yeah.
And then you're off running up the stairs. So the next floor, you were on transmutation floor.
Yes, because we just went through the explodey room.
Oh, right. Okay. Damn, you were on divination. If you stop, you don't have to.
Like Quinny understands the gravity of him saying skip it.
I will just literally, as I'm sprinting up the stairs, kick open the door and yell, Grayson Typhus, you poopy pants, fuck, we have to go, there's a Leviathan.
Bless, do the good thing.
Okay, yeah. I'll miss you, go to hell, have a great time. Bye. Unless we hear Grayson,
and you
we
hear,
take off.
wait!
Oh, damn it.
And just full on Flintstones like heels in the earth. Like
And out of the room stumbles a full on like BioShock style diving suit, and with a harpoon gun in its hands, and it just says, "Wait, you know me?"
Heard of, there's a Leviathan coming. Unless you can stop it, we gotta go upstairs.
He turns down the stairs and fires his harpoon. It hilariously clatters down the steps, and then he starts reeling it back in. He says, unless that got it, I think we should go.
wait, who are you?
My name is Grayson Typhus, and
I tackle him down the stairs.
so you fall down the stairs. He's in a full like metal diving suit, so he's actually pretty well armored. You get hurt more than he does, but so you'll take Quinny 3 points of damage from just stumbling down the stairs with this metal man, and you hear a voice in your head just mutter, "Good." So you come to a stop kind of near the Leviathan puddle, and what do you start doing?
I start trying to jimmy his like wrench his protective helmet off.
Oh, no, not my helmet. Wait, what? Why?
No words, just
All right, he throws a punch at your head. What's your AC?
16.
Damn. He tries to punch your head. I think you literally just kind of like do that boxer thing. You just shrug your shoulder up. So like it hurts, but it also just kind of stops.
Right.
Like against your head and shoulder. And you just keep prying it.
I'm gonna book it down the stairs after you and like grab you by the collar and be like, we need to know how to stop the Kraken before we kill him.
It's him. It's him.
Oh, whatever. And I would like to pull him off of him.
Roll an opposed check. Quinny, I think
Quinny's not. He's
strength?
Yeah, he's going to use
Probably.
strength because he's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
right. Nat 20, the worst time because narratively
17.
I should be.
narratively. So, oh fuck, this is amazing.
Or
So,
like metagame wise, I should be out of here.
Butthole,
But
you crank Quinny up, and unfortunately, the sort of strength of that is enough for Quinny to pull the faceplate off. And then Quinny, with superhuman strength, you grab the front of the faceplate, you raise your arm, and what do you do?
super halfling strength.
God damn it.
Way to maintain the tension.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. My short sword, Frostbite, we'll say is about probably, because it's a short sword, like 2 feet long.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, okay. So because I can summon out of the palm of my hand, I'll hold my palm about 1 foot from his face, and then I will summon Frostbite.
Frostbite shoots through the bridge of his nose and out the back of his head.
And endorphins that I didn't realize. Like, I didn't do it for this reason, but it just felt so good to get revenge for these people.
We're not going to deal with it right now. Gain a level.
Whoa. Okay.
You hear a voice in your head just go, I knew you wouldn't disappoint.
I guess that's a level for Warlock then.
Damn right it is. Grayson Typhus's body slumps.
Gain a level.
You hear him poop his
Jesus.
pants inside the diver suit. So butthole.
I'm going to let Quinny go, but just lean down to his level. And I'm going to say, I can't bring him back because you broke his brain. Which means if any of us die here, it might have been prevented, and that's on you. And then I'm going to turn around and go up the stairs.
Quinny like really hears that and can't move for a minute. Oh, well, a minute's probably too long. But
Juniper, you've observed all this happen. You've also just had shattering revelations, but Moss is perhaps more fucked up about that than Juniper.
And a Leviathan is coming.
Oh, yeah, there's that too. Also, there's a Kraken downstairs. Also, what's up with this place? Guys, we've got some shit going on. I hope nothing bad happens to Alan.
we'll just let that hang in the air. Just let that on.
So, Juniper, what are you doing during this?
I have a moment of disappointment because, like, I really wanted to question that guy. Shit, but it's go time. I'm gonna grab Quinny and be like, just let's just go. That's it.
All right, so you start running up the stairs. You reach central processing. It's a large floor up near what you presume would be kind of a delivery deck of some sort. It's a little more, everything else has been very over the top and very, for lack of a better term, outward facing. So everything's been designed for essentially guests to see. This floor is distinctly not. This is very much just a, it's like the back room of any hotel where it's just like, oh, it's just a shitty office. Like they don't care because this isn't outward facing. And you feel like you're pretty high up in the building now. Also looking around, there are documents everywhere. Like this place, it's seemingly empty, but it doesn't look like anyone fought here. It looks like everyone left. You get the sense that perhaps the staff who was downstairs may have come from this floor to attend the ritual.
I want to just gather up as fast as I can all of the documents.
Okay,
And-
Is
so
this the top floor, or is there one above this?
central processing, there's central processing and then the hangar. There isn't really a hangar here the way there is in the other one. There is something above you, though.
Okay, then yes, this is our thing. I think Butthole would be searching for controls, whether there's a way to power it down, whether there's a portal, whether there's something here that they can use.
As you're doing that, I'm just like bag of holding, please.
Yeah, so I think basically in like visual terms, this is almost like a jewelry store heist. So Butthole, you just throw the bag to Juniper as you continue to run towards your objective.
Yeah.
And she just starts clearing shit into the bag. Quinny, what are you doing?
Still, I think a little bit of shock. Looking around the room, is it like a dome that we can see out into the ocean, or is it all?
There are
closed?
viewports, so you can see kind of out into the murkiness of the ocean.
I'm going to look out a window. Do I see anything?
You can see a number of the kind of mutated mer people swimming towards the bottom of the facility.
Mer people. We got the
Tridents.
The Trident people. They're coming.
Okay, find a Kraken killing thing.
Butthole, roll me an investigation check, please.
16.
All right, so you're casting around trying to find something. Obviously, there's no like off button up here.
Yeah.
But you can see sort of markings for a service entrance. As with the 2099 facility, there are deeper parts of the facility that are only accessible by essentially the maintenance level. And since you're now in staff quarters, you can actually see there are several shafts that lead all the way back down, but also one that seems to lead a little bit north of the facility.
Okay, there's a new one. It goes north. I don't know where this is going, but it's service.
A whole different place.
A whole different place, as far as I can tell. Something we can only get to it from here. It's for staff only. Can I look down it? Is there any way? Like,
So basically, it's like it looks like a maintenance closet, But when you kind of quickly scan around, it says like 2 battery. You boot the door open, and you're shocked to see a small maintenance closet with a bronze metallic frame with a concrete backing. But it looks like similar to the portal frames you've seen elsewhere.
Like at the prison. That one was right up against a wall.
Yeah, this leads to the battery. We just need to turn it on somehow, and we can get to a battery.
So you can see that there seems to be basically a switch. You go and try and flick it, but it doesn't seem to operate. You also feel it's a bit spiky. So you kind of press your thumb against it, and you hear like a burp. Burp.
Oh, no. It's some kind of blood test. Does anybody... there's nobody in the room. Do we have anybody... Can you become...
I'll try.
Can you become Grayson? Grayson Typhus. We saw him on the stairs. We've seen a lot of pictures. We've seen a lot of statues.
Yeah, but I can't become his...
You can't match his blood?
No?
Fuck.
Quinny, roll me an insight check, please.
7.
Yeah, you can't turn into him either.
There's more people out there.
Well, I mean, does Quinny have any of his... Do you have any of his blood on your hand? You just killed him.
It was on my blade, and my blade came back into my hand. Does it have anything on there?
Does it come out dirty?
Ryan and Laura, roll me insight checks, please. I know we're leaning a lot on insight in this, but given that we're in a weird mystery and you don't have all the details, it's a lot of gut instincts.
25.
12.
Yeah, he doesn't have any blood on him, but the body is literally just down the stairs.
Okay, you two, we got to get the body. Quinny, watch the window. You're very tiny anyways. And Juniper and I will go down and drag Grayson up.
So you run down the stairs to where the diving suit is, and it's gone.
Super.
And then...
is there blood on the floor? Is there
There's
anything
definitely
left?
blood on the floor, and there's like a knife blade stabbed through the floor, but the body's gone.
Okay, it's a weird thing to do, but I want to take like a cloth or something from my dragon thing because it's flesh colored. So I want to scoop up blood into the dragon thing and then run back upstairs with it and like fold it over so I won't get pricked, and then just use that on the door
so
if I can.
yeah. So you start mopping it up real quick. Quinny, can you roll me a dexterity save, please?
26.
A harpoon shoots past you and hits the glass and cracks it. You spin around
Inside the room,
and there is... Yeah, inside the room. You spin around and there is a full metal diving suit behind you with a slashed-faced man in it. And with what's left of his face, he just says, "Do you have any idea how much that fucking hurt?"
Hold on.
Butthole! Quinny, roll for initiative.
20. Dirty 20.
I rolled a crit fail.
Oh, boy.
Yay!
He did take a blade to the face, so he's
And he's old.
not at his best.
He's a man who shot a harpoon at a Leviathan. He's not the smartest.
Yep. So, Quinny, you get an action. What do you do?
Boy, I do almost just want to kill him again, but what you said to me matters, butthole. So
Can you roll me a wisdom save?
yeah,
Because I know it matters, but doesn't matter as much as the
that's
other
true.
voice in your head.
That's true. Wisdom modifier is 0, but it's still a 19 on the roll.
I mean, we've been with Butthole a long time. That hurts.
Yeah. So I will. Is this his little reeling in thing?
Yes.
I'll.
He was trying to coup de grace you with like a shot to the back of the head. You're just fast enough that you got out of the way.
Okay, so I'll just
You
grab.
Han Solo in the special edition of Star Wars dodged it, where you just digitally moved over an inch.
I'll just grab the cable, and just try and yank the gun out of his hand.
Yeah, you do. There's very little resistance.
Okay, and I'll just scream, "Butthole, Juniper, healing people!"
Meanwhile, on the stairs, you hear just a sort of like whoosh of water. And Butthole, as you finish dabbing up the blood, you turn and essentially think like the face of a dragon if it was made of water. Just comes tearing up the stairs at the two of you. Butthole is indisposed because he's currently mopping up the blood. So Juniper, this is big fucking Telltale style action hero moment. What do you do?
I pull out my last 3 remaining pinches of dust of dryness and throw it at the Leviathan.
Holy shit!
God. Oh, God.
They'll eat his fucking face.
With the way back playback.
MVP.
Oh, my God.
It rushes at you. Its maw opens. It's just like, oh, and then you just throw all three, and I guess it's pinches, right? So you just throw a fistful of dust, and it's like it slams into a wall. Just the entire mouth just like goes in like a blast of like steam, and you just stand there like defiantly in the face of it, and it just kind of, it's like a light mist over you. And of course, it's starting to reform, but you've just set it back a hell of a lot. And you're just standing there defiantly staring down this like angry mist as Butthole finishes what he does. What do you say?
I just need some damn time to think.
I'm like, I'm trying to hurry. You can think, well, you're
so
not,
Butthole, you're
yeah,
done.
I like finish my blend. I'm like, you didn't do anything. And then I go up the stairs.
Amazing.
For the record, I yelled at the mist.
I know, but
not you.
I wasn't looking up. So for Butthole.
In his mind, you were just standing behind him.
Yeah, I didn't hear the water. You're just standing there yelling at me that you need time to think while I'm cleaning up blood to get us through this room.
So the two, Jesus, fuck, that's awesome. So you start running up the stairs. Quinny, it's Grayson's turn. He just kind of staggers towards you, and it's just two full meaty, like, Big Daddy fist punches at you. What's your AC?
16.
Oh, damn, he hits twice.
Okay.
So first hit is 14 points of damage.
I'll uncanny dodge that one.
Okay. And the second one is, you chose wisely. The second one is 6. Difference between
together,
a 9 and a 1.
That's 13 damage. 7 and 6. Off of 59.
Correct. So yeah, it's just like a 1-2 punch. And it's weird. It's not badass. It is kind of just that stumbling forward windmill punch. You can tell that he's really just off balance in this suit. Like, it's not sort of a BioShock Big Daddy who's very useful at being in these things all the time. It's an old man.
It's
in
just
a
a
suit.
guy.
Yeah, in a diver suit on land, which sucks.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
It's really not the best. Okay, you hear a thunderous crash, and you feel the entire building shake in its foundations. Dust falls from the ceiling, and you can feel as though something is steadily making its way up through this core of the building.
Is it my turn or?
Yeah, I'm going to give you one more round before these two show up.
Oh man, I'm gonna try to lure him to the doorway so that now he's facing the doorway and Butthole can see him and just hopefully run in there and heal him up a little bit. So I'm gonna basically try to evade around him. Actually, because I'm halfling, I'm just gonna fucking run through his legs. I'll just like slide between his legs.
You just hit circle as you're running and you power slide.
Yeah.
Apex style.
Vanquish through like.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check. I'm going to roll an opposed check from him.
That's a dirty 20.
Like, I don't know why I bother. So yeah, you power slide between his legs. He tries to stomp you as you go under.
Yeah.
And yeah, you manage to kind of like drag him back to the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Butthole, you're rushing up the stairs because you really got to go thumbprint that thing. Juniper, I think you're trailing behind just by like a step.
Yeah.
You appear at the top of the stairs and you see a giant suit of diving armor, kind of like flailing at Quinny. Quinny has just slid through his legs, and I guess is probably at the top of the stairs now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so his armor's all metal, right?
It's a mix of metal and like heavy fabric.
So the part of the thing that like pricked out, how long is that thing?
It's probably about an inch. If you want to push it through his thumb pad, his hands are leather. Like, he's not wearing metal on his hands because he has to have articulation.
Cool. Then I want to body charge the guy because I don't think he's going to have a talk after Quinny murdered him. And my goal is basically I want to run at him with the shield and grab him, and I just want to shove him through the room into that back hallway thing. So if I can just full body him into it.
Fuck. All right. Go ahead and roll me a strength check. I'm going to roll an opposed check. This is like an athletics double grapple, I guess. Man.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 6.
Oh.
Nice.
Twice. I've rolled 2 6s in a row.
So we both move like old men, but I'm a slightly stronger old man.
Honestly, it looks like you're
gives
doing
you that boost.
Yeah, you're doing like a really shitty like tango where you're just both like stepping together across the
When he's
space.
like, got his hands on his head, like, no, fix him, heal him. We can do the thing you need to do.
and then you shove him through the doorway. He kind of falls to his knee. His hand hits the panel. You hear him go, ow. And the portal turns on. As it does, the glass shatters from a trident, and you see a couple of the mutated trident folk kind of lurch through the window and start like crawling in. Juniper, what do you do?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is a real good reaction. This is exactly what the team needs. Everybody dies. Oh boy, oh boy.
In the distance, I'm just yelling, portal, portal, portal.
Okay, the mer people that we see, those are like not the mer people we saw.
They're not your friend mer people. These are the tridents. So the mutated typhus.
The ones that have already tried to
adventurers.
kill us.
Ones that we fought outside the diving bell.
I hold up the coral being like, huh?
Water is pouring in through a shattered window, right?
trident at you.
Oh shit. I tried.
Oh man, that's a crit.
I will never say that you don't try. I would never accuse you of not trying. You are always at like maximum effort for sure. And it shows.
I just want to be clear. This is Juniper yelling, I tried, as she gets hit by a trident thrown while holding coral.
Oh, well, that's kind of funny.
Take 16 points of damage as the trident buries itself into your chest. It shatters the coral as it comes through.
Oh no.
You still have like a chunk of it in your hand, but it's not as pretty as it was.
All right.
The creature mutters, "Welcome to the world of tomorrow,
Jesus.
mages." And it starts lurching towards you, probably to get its trident back.
Is that portal
Yeah, portal's on.
open?
I
All
mean,
right.
one of you is trying to make peace, but the rest of you can leap through it if you want.
Make peace, this Leviathan's coming, a Kraken's breaking the building, and the windows have shattered in the
Look,
room we're in.
butthole fart, you've said hello, new friend, to some weird things. I think this is fair. You've just rubbed off on her.
It's not butthole judging, it's Ryan. And I can judge a character, because character choices are good.
Great, go for it.
Oh, Butthole's just like, get through the fucking portal! Quinny, get her! I don't know if when one of us goes through it turns off, and I'll shove Grandpa on this spike so many times.
All right, so what's the order of running through the portal?
I'll go last, because I'm holding Grandpa here.
Okay, so Quinny, do you grab Juniper or do you run?
I'll grab Juniper.
So you grab Juniper and start like dragging her by the hand.
I'll follow willingly.
Okay, so as soon as she
Yeah.
starts running, you can let go of her hand.
Okay.
Quinny, I think you full on dog's purpose off the back of Grace and Typhus in the diving suit. As you rush up, though, you see him just completely hunched over with his hand on the panel. And you realize how easy it would be to stab him on the way by. Do you need to roll a wisdom save?
Yeah, I do. I need to roll a wisdom save. Oh, that's not very good. What did I say that was? A 0 modifier? That's an 8.
I mean, you know,
No, I feel like I know
a
what
clear
an 8
target's a clear
I
target.
feel like I know what that indicates. I'll cut his hand off. Like the other hand.
The hand that's on the panel or the other hand?
The other hand. In case we need to get through another door, and also so he knows what the guy in the statue felt like.
Oh, shit. All right, so you, I'm going to say you cartwheel over him as you go by. You extend the blade, which slices. You grab just the tip of it with your, like you just grab the edge of the glove, or I mean the fabric now that his arm is sheared off.
Yeah.
With your hand, you whip it through the portal, and then you leap through after it. Okay, Wicked. Juniper, you see this happen. He's on the ground still. What does Juniper do as she runs by? We know Quinny's on a bit of a revenge bent, but like you're also a woman of practicality.
This is do or die. I just go through the portal.
Okay, so you just step on
I
his
was going to
back.
say, I'll grab
Yeah.
my bag of holding as she passes.
She's got it with her. Yeah. Okay, you can grab
Yeah, I
it.
want to grab it, because then what I want to do is pull out a loop of rope and just ring it around essentially his helmet.
Yep.
And then I'm going through the portal holding onto the rope because I want to yank him through after me, but I want to be sure he won't close it.
You leap through, pulling. As soon as you pull him halfway, his hand comes off the portal and it shears him in half. The top half of his torso comes through with you.
Well, that wasn't great. Where the fuck are we, Tom? Because I'll be like, oh, but I will also see what the fuck's going on.
So you land in sort of a small, essentially glassed-in blister, similar to the entrance hallway, but much, much smaller. And it looks like you're I don't know, maybe 100 meters away from the main facility. So not that far. Enough that you can see it, enough that presumably there is a tunnel that leads back into the facility, but also far enough away that if someone were to accidentally stumble through here, they wouldn't happen upon it. And there is a sort of large hole in the ground and a long ladder leading down.
Okay, so it looks like we're in an area that's away, but not there. That
In a sense, it's like a service shed that's away from the building. It just happens to be in this like Art Deco.
does it look
Bioshock
like
style.
the tunnel goes back to the building or away from the building?
The tunnel goes back to the building, but there's no entrance to the tunnel from where you are right now. It looks like there's a hatch to just like swim around outside. You imagine there is a tunnel beneath you that leads back from wherever downstairs is.
Okay, so we could go outside from here, but otherwise we're just going back to the collapsing building.
Well,
which,
so basically, if you go down, there's probably something under you, and from under
Got
you,
it.
there's a tunnel that leads
Then it's
back to
out.
the main
Okay,
building.
cool.
From here, this almost seems like if there was no other way to reach this, you could swim over from the main building, enter through this. But this really is almost like a vent. Like this is just like a random. This is where the air goes. I don't know. It's a side entrance.
cool. So where we are,
The air goes nice.
I'd like to, because thaumaturgy can dim fire. Can thaumaturgy dim the lights in the area we're in?
It is barely lit. Like it's
Okay,
lit by
perfect.
outside. Like there's no service light. There's service lights perhaps leading all the way down. But this is just like a dimly lit space. From here, you can see back to the main stack, and you can see there's debris floating around it as the Kraken continues to force its way up. You're not sure if the entire building will last as the Kraken continues to force its way up through the center.
We have to
Okay.
get back to the conjuration room. That's how we get Alan back.
There might be another portal here because there's something below us, but this is an important opportunity for us to do something.
and I want to reach down and rip the helmet off of Grayson's suit.
Yep.
And I'm going to grab him by the shirt underneath and just say, "Wake up and talk, you undead fuck."
And so, to be clear, his face has been sheared right down the middle, so it's still barely holding on by tendons, but it is split face in the middle, and the jaw's still moving though, and the eyes are black, and they lock on you, and they just say, "I'm so glad you all came, though. I'm so glad you got to see my dream."
All right, we would like a portal. Are there any portals that are still active that don't take us back to the Kraken?
What Kraken?
Okay, you know that Leviathan you shot your hook bow thing at? There's also a Kraken coming. You really fucked up when you summoned the Leviathan.
I don't know. Oh, you mean the gift he sent through?
Who's he?
This is, and he does like with his one remaining arm. He's like, "This is gonna blow your mind. There are other worlds, and there's another me, and he said, and like,
Oh, the
all
other
of us,
you.
like, yeah, shut
Jesus,
up,
we get it.
He's like, "Oh well,
Yeah, it's just 3 people simultaneously doing the hurry up
exactly.
arm in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
circle.
yeah. We know." And he's like, "Oh, all right, well, fair enough. It would seem that he also incurred a large cost, but unlike mine, that just turned all my people into those fucking fish monsters and caused a monster to kill most of us. He sent his to us.
Okay.
Pro tip: never tell your evil twin from another dimension what's cracking, because they'll fucking send you one.
Okay, so the Kraken came from him, but the Leviathan was yours.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to kill the Kraken.
No, if I did, I would have. He's a real asshole.
But you don't know how to control the Leviathan either, or did you have a way you were
Oh,
supposed
no,
to?
the Leviathan's on me. I was trying to use it to power my dream. I was going to build so many mage traps. It would have been glorious.
I can't look at this guy.
Okay.
I turn away.
What's below us? We're in this weird area. And I like hold him up to the window so we can see where we are.
He chuckles and he's like, well, I mean, these places don't run for free. This is where I kept them. You know, it takes a lot of magic to run these sorts of things. You can ask my fucking twin. They would come here willingly and happily just to see the sights, and we would just fucking drop them down there.
And a hammer crushes his skull with glowing power. And I'm going to just like strap him to my back and be like, man, I don't know how much he's going to come back, but I don't think we're going to get more out of this guy. We'll figure out how to kill him in a minute. And then be like, go down, see if there's any mages or whatever.
I'm on
We
it.
have to.
All right, we'll go down.
All right, so you begin climbing down the ladder. The theme from Snake Eater plays.
Perfect.
Ryan, Butthole begins to feel the armor get lighter and lighter on your back as you go, and eventually look over your shoulder, and all you see are bones. All the skin and muscle seems to have just sloughed off down kind of down your back. It's on the cape though, and like happily illithid dragon is pretty washable. But it's just a skeleton in the armor now.
Okay, he's sort of falling apart. I don't know if this means he's dead or his goo will come back
his
to life.
skull is crushed. There's just nothing left. It's just goo.
I think he's dead. Question mark, but I think.
Better than he deserved.
Honestly, yeah. This guy sucked and he was useless.
Look, if you can bless some corpses, what can you do with this one?
Let's all take a little break, and then I go over and I just pee on it.
I mean, he pooped his pants, but you pissed his neck. That's an episode title we'll never get past Apple.
Oh, man, that's going to be so many asterisks.
Juniper, you've been quiet for this whole time. You're all climbing down this ladder. It goes very, very far down.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything, thinking anything? What's going on for you? It's also okay if you're just still shell shocked. That's fine. You've had some shit happen to you today.
It's like soldier on. That's it. And I'm kind of okay with what happened to Grayson Typhus.
Great beloved NPC Grayson Typhus. Yeah, all right. I'm glad you're happy with what happened.
Well, no, because normally Juniper would be like,
we get apologies from Juniper.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Like she doesn't like killing, but wow.
If there was a time and a man.
Yeah, I don't want them to see this. So like I just pee on him and they think that's the whole thing. But I'm also definitely going to curse him to Moonhammer's hell, but expecting him to be righteously punished for eternity in her hell.
Okay, what do you do to do that? What do you think that ritual looks like?
There's not a fart involved. I actually hold my breath so no air comes out of my body, and I curse him with my mind while I pee on him, because pee is not funny, nor is it clean. I use the opposite of a fart. I fart out my dick. I pee, and it's just broken up by a stream, and just a cloud comes out.
I got a real question for you, Ryan.
Fuck.
Do you think you pissed the symbol of Blighthammer? Is that the worst curse you can imagine?
I don't think I can use that symbol. It's been so perverted.
That's what I mean, though. It's like it's blasphemy, but do you think you do it?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think
him. I think I piss Blighthammer on him so that she'll fuck him up thinking he's from Blighthammer. Like, and then I can fart myself clean afterwards.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to think of like someone like you. What is the worst thing you could do? And I think that's it.
Yeah. I'll hit him with that one.
All right. As you do, it like burns through the bones and the armor, and the accursed symbol of Blighthammer marks the desiccated skeleton corpse in the half diver suit. You guys really fucked this guy up pretty badly.
Yeah.
That said, after you're done, you open your tummy bag. Quinny, you've got the arm.
I have
as
the
soon
hand,
as the head was crushed, the hand turned to like goo, and there's still skeleton in there. But you just have a gooey glove.
Well, that's useless to me. I'll toss it.
Sure.
That's what I was going to ask as well. So
cool. So I guess we turn around having done our cursing ceremony. What do we see?
So you've reached the bottom of the ladder, and you're in kind of it almost looks like a sewer. Like there's two kind of long walkways. There's some water running between. It looks almost like it's being vented through. It leads on for a little while, but at the far end, you can see kind of a large metallic door.
I'm there. It's a service entrance. It seems so dangerous to say, like, I'm not going to bother checking for traps to say that out loud, but I'm not. And I'm just going to try to open the door.
You walk up, put your hand on, and try and open the door.
Yeah.
Smash cut to $20.99. Speaking of opening doors, you've just booted open the door to the espionage floor of the stack.
Declan and I are in formation, ready to attack.
Yeah, we're both on our sides of the door, ready to bolt in and clear it.
So you burst in, and there are just laser sights that converge on both of you. And you just see a bunch of what look like kind of lab technicians and other the similar sort of people you've seen. But all of them seem to have an implant on the side of their head. And hanging from sort of a central battery are 6 mages who are all hard plugged in. Their eyes are glowing red. They have light coming out of their mouths and their ears and their nose. And just they're kind of in that horrible, almost I'm being abducted pose. And they all have a similar implant in their foreheads. And you see all of the sort of personnel in this room are trained kind of on the door. And you realize you're being stared down by several high-powered rifles. And in one voice, they say, lay down your weapons.
We're doing our breach, so we come out to face this, and I think Honor System on instinct like shoves Declan back into his corner and also wheels back into his corner. So it's like we see it, oh fuck, and just we're back in.
Back around the corner.
Yeah.
All right, I need both of you to please roll me 2d6 and add your dexterity. Honor System, I need you to roll at disadvantage, please.
So what is that? I roll 3 and
Roll
pick the
3
two
and pick
lowest?
the 2 worst.
Okay.
This was Dex?
Yes, please.
11 for Declan.
I rolled a 6 and a 5 and a 1. So not too bad.
6 plus your Dex.
8.
So 11 for Declan, 8 for Honor System.
Declan, you start to do the like quarterback spin, and Honor System, you just shove them out of the way, and you take one step back, and they all open fire. So, Alan, you're standing behind them. Mm-hmm. Time slows for a second as you see 12 rifles offload shots at Honor System. I actually don't know the answer to this. Is there anything you can do?
I'm like right on Honor System, right?
Yeah, you're right behind him.
You're behind me.
Like practically over his shoulder.
Okay, I throw up my hand and cast Dimension Door. I can teleport myself to somewhere within range, and I can bring someone with me.
So then I think the way this works is all the bullets fly at him, and you just throw your arm around his neck like if he was a human, you were going to choke him, and then you just fall backwards, and you teleport. Alan, can you roll me 2d6 and add your intelligence modifier?
Yep.
Because this is a panic teleport, not a well-reasoned teleport, and I do not know where you're going to arrive. Also, can you tell me...
the range on it?
Yeah, well, in terms of where you teleport to, I know normally it's like a place of your choice. Does it have to be somewhere you've seen, somewhere within eyesight?
It doesn't have to be within eyesight. It's just someplace I can visualize within 500 feet.
Fuck yeah. All right, go ahead and roll. If you fail, I'll tell you where it is. If you pass, you can tell me where it is.
Okay. 7.
7. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alan, you fall backwards with Honor System and suddenly you're wet. You are covered in sort of a gooey liquid substance. And as you open your eyes, you're in kind of a dimly lit room, and you recognize the precog chamber. And as you flail around in the goo, a helmet sinks down over your head and clamps onto you. And you hear a voice in your head just say, you see, this is what I've been trying to stop, Alan. All of this sick, poisoned world. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And you just see Xanthus walking away inside the helmet.
This episode of Dum-Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter, and our DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Dum-Dums and Dragons artwork is by Del Borovic, who can be found at delborovic.com. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. And tune in next week for more Dum-Dums and Dragons. Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christian Menicola, Long Long, The Half-Blind Prophet, James Cuellar, DM Rob, Christopher Little, Joshua White, Olin Anderson, Sue One, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.